Well, the CBI is all set to file its charge sheet in the Ishrat Jahan fake encounter case tomorrow, a case that has huge political implications and has led to a bitter war of words between the Congress and the BJP, and also an unprecedented battle between the CBI and the Intelligence Bureau.
The CBI SIT office here in Gujarat bore a deserted look, with its officers in Delhi giving final touches to the charge sheet, which in all likelihood will be filed tomorrow.
The looming charge sheet in the Ishrat Jahan fake encounter case is keeping the Narendra Modi government on tenterhooks, with indications that a supplementary charge sheet might go into a larger political conspiracy, alleging Narendra Modi and former Minister of State for Home Amit Shah's involvement in the fake encounter. CBI sources say the charge sheet is expected to inform the court that further investigations will focus on the conspiracy behind the encounter. It will also talk about the Gujarat police officers allegedly involved in the encounter, including absconding senior police official P.P. Pandey. The charge sheet will also say that the police claims that the encounter team had got a genuine tipper from the Intelligence Bureau are false. Given the political ramifications of the CBI's charge sheet, a political war has already broken out.
The whole idea of the Gujarat police and the then Joint Director IB working together was only to raise the pitch and the leadership of the Gujarat Chief Minister so that he becomes a hero in the mind of all people who believe that the terrorism and acts of terror are only being done by the Muslims.
The manner in which CBI is being used, the manner in which IB was put to dock, the manner in which the entire security of this nation has been compromised by this party.
With Rashmi Rajput and Tanima Biswas in Ahmedabad, Rohit Man for NDTV.
Well, joining us in this part of the segment tonight, we have advocate for Ishrat Jahan's family, Vrinda Grover, joining us. We have Rana Ayub, senior editor of Tehelka, who's been doing a number of stories on this particular issue. And also from the Gujarat BJP, we have Mr. Jainarayan Vyas. Let me first ask Rana Ayub. Rana, what are the political implications of this charge sheet? What are you hearing firstly about what's going to be in it? Because there are conflicting reports of just what kind of mention the IB officer in question will have in this charge sheet, whether he'll actually be booked this time or not. And then the fallout of that, of course, is enormous.
Well, Nidhi, it looks like it's going to be a preliminary charge sheet which is going to be filed by the CBI, because clearly the orders of the High Court was first the CBI needs to investigate if it was a fake encounter or not. So I think the CBI is only filing a part of the charge sheet, considering there has been a great amount of pressure, as we have seen over the last couple of days. There has been a lot of politicization of this issue. So what the CBI, I'm told, is looking into the part of the officers involved in the fake encounter. They about looking into the 8 officers who are arrested. Tell the court about P.P. Pandey, who has now been declared an absconder. I am not too sure if they are going to talk about the IB part in this, because there is still some bit which needs to be investigated. Also, there is some kind of pressure on the CBI to not arrest a serving IB officer. So apprehension. There's a great deal of apprehension on their part. Not likelihood, Mr. Rajinder Kumar will be charge sheeted and questioned, say about the 3rd week of this month when he retires, 3rd or 4th week of this month once he retires. So that is perhaps what we were likely to see. But yes, one can't stop the political blame game from happening between the BJP and the Congress, which has already started with the last 1 month. Questions will be asked if P.P. Pandey, who was the additional DG of police in Gujarat, who was absconding, was a direct officer working under Narendra Modi, who also happened to hold the the portfolio for the Home Department. So questions are going to be asked of the BJP in spite also because it's going to be declared a fake encounter tomorrow. So yes, questions are going to be asked of the BJP.
So my question then to the BJP and to Mr. Jainarayan Vyas is that, Mr. Vyas, I know the BJP has repeatedly said that the CBI is being misused here, that it is a Congress Bureau of Investigation and it is misleading people, but this is also a probe that is being monitored by the courts. Why not just let the investigation go on? Why is the BJP reacting so angrily to this? You believe it's a political conspiracy, but if it is, it won't hold up in court either.
Well, let me say that we will not react to anything which is going on as per the supervision or as per the directives of the Honorable Apex Court of the state. But let us look at the whole issue which you are raising, or you are trying to raise this evening academically. So you are talking about an organization which is, forget what we are saying. Don't trust us. We may be saying absolutely something which is biased. But then, look at this organization independently. What the apex court of this country says? CBI is a caged parrot, singing as per the directives given by the master. What does some leaders of the opposition like Mulayam Singh say? CBI is being used to arm twist us to support the government. What Mayawati ji says? CBI is being misused to make us either to commit or abstain from committing certain actions, commissions and omissions. What do you look at their behavior? When deliberately, somewhere, there is some flaw, such an agency permits a particular officer or a group of officers the default bail, which normally, if it was going to be such a preliminary kind of a charge sheet, would not have happened. What you are talking about the agency who permitted or whose investigations fall short and permitted Kothrochi to escape. Now, this is not BJP saying. These are the examples I am quoting from the realms from the different quarters. So don't believe BJP. You believe these things which are existing before you. And that clearly indicates that the CBI is being used or misused for making certain things, either commissions or omissions.
Okay,
as
let me
per
take that to Vrinda Grover.
wishes of the masters will be sitting in
good point,
Delhi.
because
so that is what
Vrinda Grover, doesn't Mr.
Jain
Jainaran Vyas have a point in that when it comes to the credibility of the CBI, it isn't exactly great right now, and he cited examples which many others would cite as well. Is that what the crux of the problem is here, that this has become a political football because the agency at the center of it is its own credibility is so damaged as well?
No, I don't think that's the crux of the problem at all. I think what is really causing absolute panic in the BJP and why all their forces are out with their knives is because the CBI is not behaving like a caged parrot, and because the CBI is investigating, and the investigation through evidence has actually led them to a conspiracy in which their own people, including their top political leaders, are likely to be implicated, if not in this charge sheet, then perhaps in a supplementary charge sheet on the basis of evidence. Therefore, they are in this panic mode. CBI has a very mixed record. We all are aware of it. CBI is this time working on the basis of evidence. This investigation is monitored by the Gujarat High Court. Regular status reports are being submitted. The reason why the investigation into the conspiracy is being blocked is precisely because the BJP and other elements are orchestrating this whole thing as a political conflict. This is not a political conflict, and I find it absolutely scandalous that anybody in BJP has the audacity to talk about institutions. Here is the entire crime branch of Ahmedabad implicated for the nth time in a cold-blooded murder staged for the nation as an encounter, and they talk about institutions. Who has abused, used, criminalized the police force of that state?